Hello everyone, I'm Misha from Made Up Research, and today we have a video that has been long overdue. I've been working on this stuff since January, and even back in the January I had most of the products tested out, and I'm talking about some good old trusty BALEA from DM. So they've been launching a lot of new skincare lately. They have this whole line that is called Beauty Expert that is coming out with a whole lot of stuff, including toners, really cool cleansers, also SPFs, and there's a lot of stuff happening all the time. So there's like another batch of these already coming as well. There's a ton of new skincare from them. And as you know, they're very affordable. They're very well accessible for you if you live in Central Europe, I guess. And I just really like them and I love testing them. So here you go. Here's a new batch of the BALEA skincare products. They are currently on the market, kind of new, some of them not so new. Let's go. The first thing I want to address is this BALEA Med, which is like their medical line, I guess. And is the ultra-sensitive cleansing oil with Centella asiatica, which, as you probably know, is a very nice, calming, gentle ingredient that is very popular in a lot of skincare. Now, this is a cleansing oil that is perfect for double cleansing, so you can use this to remove your makeup as your first cleansing step. It is very effective, it is not heavy, and I do prefer it to the original cleansing oil they used to have. It was like a purple one with some gold detailing. I did not really like that one as much, but this one is a whole different story. So not only is it great for cleansing and super effective, it should also calm the skin down and support skin barrier, which is very important for me throughout the whole year, especially in the winter. It is recommended mostly for dry skin, as cleansing oils usually tend to be online, but I don't think that you cannot use it if you have oily skin. You just have to make sure that the second cleansing step is thorough enough for you and you can balance it out, I guess. Of course, it should remove makeup, SPF, and dirt, just like every other cleanser. It is alcohol and fragrance free, which is very nice. It contains vitamin E, Centella asiatica, castor oil, sunflower seed oil, and squalane, which is very often to be found in products like this. I do really like it for the price. I think there's very little competition for the price when it comes to cleansing oils, and also the availability if you're in Central Europe, but still it is available everywhere for a very fair price. So I feel like it is definitely a good thing to try out if you want to try an oil-based cleanser, or if you were just looking to try something new, you like calming products, you have probably more sensitive dry skin and you're looking for something effective to remove your makeup without being too harsh. I would definitely recommend it. It emulsifies really nicely. So the way it goes is you put it on your dry face, you melt everything off, and then you take some water and emulsify it with water, and then it washes off in like this milky, watery texture. This is how we typically use these. I would definitely recommend it. A second product I have is very much used up, like to the point that the tube just lost all of its structural integrity. This is the Beauty Expert Cleansing Sorbet Cream, which is kind of like a spin on a cream cleanser from BALEA, which they didn't really have many of. Now, I do have a little bit of an issue with this product, but I will get to it definitely. It is a super hydrating, moisturizing cleanser, and its main target is not only cleansing your face, but also preventing moisture loss. So this one, I would truly say, is mostly for drier skin. It is very gentle and it's supposed to take care of the skin barrier as well. And also it promises to remove makeup and gently cleanse the face. Now, it's not like they're lying, okay? It is a cleanser. It does cleanse very gently. It leaves your skin really nicely moisturized. It has a lot of great ingredients, but I would not recommend it for makeup removal at all. Now, ingredients-wise, it is fragrance-free. It is sadly not alcohol-free. It contains panthenol, squalane, vitamin E, glycerin, shea butter, and also vegetable oil. So you can tell there's a bunch of emollients. Even from the ingredients, you can tell that this is going to be one of the more emollient cleansers you've ever encountered. In my experience, it is really nice, but for me, this is one of those cleansers that I only like to use in the morning because I just don't find it effective enough to use it as a second cleanser in my double cleanse routine. It does not remove makeup. I tried, trust me, I tried everything. It does only work if you use like a really good makeup removing cloth with it. Then it does remove the makeup, but honestly, it's just mostly the cloth and like whatever you put under it that's gonna help it, but it is not strong enough to remove makeup by itself. It's just not. I don't have a good experience with that. But for normal cleansing, as in like the morning cleanse, a winter morning cleanse, where you really don't want the skin to be dried out, this is perfect for that. And I love cleansers like that for this very specific purpose, but I would not recommend it for like removing a lot of dirt and makeup and stuff from your face, it's probably not going to work that well. So I'm not really sure. I guess if you have a very dry skin and you're looking for a nice, very emollient cleanser, this could be for you. Otherwise, I would probably steer away from this if you have like easily congested and more oily skin, because I don't feel like it's a super effective cleanser for like your regular cleanse, let's say. Next, we're getting to the toner category, and I actually have 2 toners. They already launched a 3rd one, which is going to be in the next video. I'm sorry, I just cannot do it all. The first one I want to talk about is the Beauty Expert Hydration Toner, which got me really excited because honestly, Balea hasn't been coming out with any toners since I can remember. They always had these like very drying face waters that were just not, they were just not it. Very, very, very 90s. But this got me very excited. It is supposed to be a skin hydrating and calming toner that is going to balance the skin and support the barrier and hydration of your skin, which is great. Sounds pretty awesome, right? Another great thing about this is that it actually doesn't contain hyaluronic acid, which for some people may be like, why? It's a hydrating toner, I would expect that. I would totally expect that too. But it's true that hyaluronic acid is starting to be a little problematic for some people. Some people are really sensitive to different molecular weights. So I think it's not a bad thing that there's an option without hyaluronic acid if you're not sure if, it makes your skin sensitive or not. This one is alcohol-free and fragrance-free, which I'm very happy to report. It contains zinc gluconate, which is anti-acne ingredient. You also have some antioxidants, glycerin, urea, alanine, and a ton of amino acids. So you really do have things that are going to help retain moisture in the skin. And you also have panthenol allantoin, which is also on the packaging, which is very well known for just calming your skin down, supporting the skin barrier, yada yada. You know the good stuff. But in my experience, it's a really nice hydrating toner. The texture is very watery, very lightweight, so you can use it only with your hands or you can use a cotton pad, whatever. But it's a really neat texture. You can use it both summer and winter. It doesn't really affect the absorption of the other products you put on top. If anything, in a positive way, it is not too thick. And I just really like it. It was hydrating my skin really nicely. It is a really nice thing to put into any routine. So very universal, very versatile, and I just really liked it. And for the price, again, hydrating toner like this, hard to come by. The second toner I want to talk about is the Beauty Expert Glow Toner. Again, my excitement when I saw that there is more than one toner was immeasurable. I love a good vitamin C toner because my skin sometimes gets a little bit too sensitive when it comes to the vitamin C serums because the concentration tends to be a little high for my very, moody skin, let's say. It's not really sensitive, but it has its things. And this one does contain 2% vitamin C, which is not too much. And it also has different stuff that is supposed to help the complexion get nice and bright and even. So we're talking about skin tone even and brightening toner that stimulates collagen production. That is kind of the thing with vitamin C. And it's also supposed to be calming and hydrating besides that. So you're getting like a whole package here. It is alcohol and fragrance free, which is very nice. And in it, you have niacinamide, vitamin C, panthenol, and glycerin. So really, you can tell, brightening, skin tone evening, calming, hydrating, it's all there. My experience with it is really good. It's super lightweight, it sinks right in. It's a really nice toner to use with any other brightening products you have. It is not too strong, it's not irritating my skin, but it gives it that like nice glow effect right when you apply it, which I really like. So it kind of like instantly brightens the face, which is like a really neat effect to have if you're going for more glowy skin or if you're not wearing any makeup at all. Wonderful. I would absolutely recommend if you're looking for something like this. Again, very affordable, very versatile. You can pair it with many different things and it's super lightweight, so it's not going to mess up anything texture-wise. Big thumbs up for me for the toners. Incredible. Let's get into serums. I have quite a few. And I also had another one that I forgot to film the clips for and I already used it up, so I have to buy it again. But this is not the Beauty Expert line. These are a little bit older. This is the Beauty Hyaluron Serum, which is supposed to be just like a very basic hyaluronic acid serum. I think it's always nice to have one of these in your collection, unless you have some issue with hyaluronic acid. I don't, and I always have one, just pure hyaluronic acid serum in my collection, just in case, I have a routine and I need to pump in some extra hydration. That's where it comes in. Now this one is supposed to be for every skin type, very simple hydrating serum, also smoothing and plumping as they usually advertise it, because the hyaluronic acid kind of plumps up your skin as it's attracting the moisture to it. And for some reason it is recommended for the age 35 to 45, and I don't understand why, but sure. Ingredients wise, we have vitamin E, glycerin, and hyaluronic acid in different weights. And sadly, we do have an alcohol in the ingredients list, which is pretty high up, and they didn't specify what kind of alcohol is that. So who knows, like, if I knew, I probably wouldn't be so, like, drawn to it, but, like, I don't find it irritating, I can't smell it in it, so I don't know, it's just a heads up if you're very sensitive to alcohol. But my experience with this is that it is really nice, but it is pretty thick. So it's not like your super watery, lightweight, I can put it under everything hyaluronic acid serum. This one is a little bit more, I'm gonna say it again, it's a winter serum, because it's a little bit thicker. It leaves your skin a tiny bit sticky, you can kind of feel it, but it is really effective and really nicely hydrating. The problem with this in the summer for me is that I sweat it off. So I cannot really use it in the summer, or at least in like the dosage I normally would. So when I use it in the summer, I really just go in with like a drop or a 2, which is a really small amount for me usually, because my face is very big. Otherwise, I like it. I think it's fine if you're looking for something very basic, very cheap to just kind of, you know, throw in your routine. But it's definitely not my favorite. Another serum we have is the niacinamide serum. Also this same etiquette, same like rebranding. And as you would expect, this is supposed to be brightening, skin tone evening, and also hydrating. We all kind of know that niacinamide regulates sebum production, brightens up the skin, evens out the skin tone, and kind of helps with your pores being more tight. And this one also contains some hyaluronic acid, so this serum is also going to hydrate on the side of that. It is marketed as a gel serum. So with this one, I don't have as much of a trouble with the texture as with this one, which wasn't. The hyaluronic acid one wasn't marketed as a gel serum, but I think they're very similar in texture, so I think they're both kind of a gel serum, which I don't mind. I quite like it. It is alcohol and fragrance free. It contains niacinamide, zinc PCA, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, aloe, panthenol, and allantoin. So again, very like well-rounded formula. You get a lot of stuff in just one bottle. So this has become like my everyday serum. You can tell I'm kind of like halfway through, more than halfway through. And I really like it. I would definitely recommend it. Texture-wise, it's again a little bit on the thicker, stickier texture. Not too much. I think a lot of people wouldn't really mind. But yeah, it's, you know, you should take it into consideration if you care about that or not. But I do really like it. The benefits are really neat. And it does work really well for me as my, you know, one and done niacinamide serum. So I would recommend that as well. Another serum. We have the Beauty Expert Azulane Booster. I was so excited to see that Balea is kind of dabbling a little bit into these like really fancy new hyped up ingredients like azelaic acid. Now this one is marketed as a booster, which means that you can use it as a serum, but you can also mix it into your moisturizer or some other skincare if you want that added benefit, that added effect. I don't usually do that, I just use it as a serum. It is supposed to have brightening and lightening effects, which is usually the market point for azelaic acid. And it should also improve the overall health of the skin. And it does use azulane, which is a derivative of azelaic acid. I couldn't find the ingredients list on the website, which is really weird because they usually keep a really good track of their ingredients at every product, but it was very hard finding it for some reason. And it is alcohol and fragrance free. And from the ingredients, besides the azulane, you also have niacinamide, glycerin, and some lactic acid. So you have that light exfoliation, overall improving the brightness of the face and everything. It kind of makes sense together when you think about it. Now, in my experience, this is a really nice azelaic acid like form or alternative because it's very mild. It doesn't irritate the skin too much. And I do feel like it is like making my skin a lot more even, like really nice. I spoke about this before. I usually use azelaic acid when my skin is feeling like a little off, and this always like puts it, you know, back on track. So I think it is pretty good. Listen, the next serum I have, I'm not even sure they still sell it, but it's the Balea Matte Ultra Sensitive Intensive Serum with hyaluronic acid and ceramides. No, with hyaluronic acid, Q10, and ectoin. Like this serum was so good. And I'm so mad they don't sell it anymore, or at least I can't find it anywhere. First of all, the packaging, it has like a little pump. It's so much more convenient than all these pipettes and glass stuff. I don't care for that. This, way better. Purpose of this serum was balancing skin barrier, helping with wrinkles, anti-aging, but also hydration and soothing the skin. So incredible, wonderful, just one and done nighttime serum for me for months. I loved it. It is alcohol and fragrance free, which is always nice to hear. We have glycerin, antioxidants, vitamin E in it, together with ectoin, hyaluronic acid, allantoin, and panthenol. So all those claims kind of have their own ingredient to go with, which is neat. My experience with this was that it was incredibly lightweight. It had like a creamy jelly texture, but it was super lightweight. And it just sank into the skin straight up. It was so nice. It was really easy to layer with other products, and it was such a good hydrating thing, especially for like winter and drier weather. This was just saving me so much, and I'm really mad it's not in the stores anymore. So I really hope they're gonna sell it again. Please, DM. Please. Listen, next I had 2 moisturizers, but sadly I threw one of them away before I could film the video. So I'm just gonna, they were like almost the same thing, this like ultra sensitive barrier caring cream. One is with ceramides, this is the one I have with me. The other one was with urea, and it was supposed to be like an intensely hydrating cream that's gonna like make your hydrated skin last, and it was also supposed to be calming and soothing. Now, it was fragrance and alcohol free, which is neat. There was vitamin C, glycerin, urea, panthenol, and allantoin in the ingredients, so all the calming and moisturizing stuff, which is really good. But the problem with it was that it didn't last too long. I was using it for, I feel like a couple months, and first it was fine. It was just a really nice cream, slightly thicker texture, almost like a thicker jelly cream texture, but I didn't mind. It was really neat. The problem is, after a couple months, it started smelling really strongly like the urea in it. And it's this kind of unpleasant scent. I don't know what happened there, but I really didn't want to use it anymore because it stinked. So I stopped. I threw that one out, sadly. But until then, I kind of liked it. So maybe I just had like a bad one. I don't know. That being said, though, I have the other one, the Ultra Sensitive Barrier Cream with Ceramides, which I bought them kind of at the same time, and this one is still going strong. Now, it's supposed to be skin barrier protecting, of course, with the ceramides, calming, and also irritation preventing. So if you need something to really calm down your skin, soothe it, this is where you want to be. Also, if you don't mind thicker creams, because this is pretty thick. Now, again, we're talking alcohol and fragrance free. There are some nice ingredients like fermented oatmeal extract, ceramides, glycerin, panthenol, and some other fermented ingredients as well. So there's really a lot of the barrier care and calming going on, which is really nice. And now it really depends on your priorities, I guess. So I'm not a big fan of heavy creams, but I still have them and use them because I know that sometimes my skin just needs a thick emollient layer of something to work better. So this is kind of my cream for that currently. So it is very thick, it doesn't absorb the best. You just have to kind of live with that. And I guess you could find something similar with some better texture, better absorption properties, but I don't really mind and I like it. I like the effect, I like how it makes my skin feel like the next day in the morning. So I don't mind it. Yeah, again, very affordable. I like it, I like the ingredients, so I don't really need to find anything better with like better texture, but I would still recommend it unless you have like a thick cream phobia. And the last product we have today is the Beauty Expert Vitamin C Serum Cream. How excited I was when I saw serum SPF with vitamin C. Very excited. Of course, it's supposed to be like a creamy serum with SPF protection, which we love. It's supposed to be brightening, and it also has antioxidants in it. So kind of everything you want to see in an SPF. It's great. I do quite like the packaging, I gotta say. It's one of those plasticky tubes with a pump. Very convenient, very easy to use. It is a really nice texture for the price and for, you know, just the fact that it's like a Central European thing. It's such a nice texture. It is truly a creamy serum, like a very lightweight cream. The marketing is a little weird because they kind of market it more as a serum and put it near the serums rather than the SPFs, which is a little weird to me, but sure. By the way, it has SPF 30, which is not too bad. It is pretty nice on the skin, but I would recommend it with like more minimalistic routines. Like if you use too many products or products that are too thick, it's gonna have some problems sinking in, and then after some time it's going to start pilling up. So I feel like you really have to be careful about when you use it and what do you use it with. Which is a bit of a downside, but at the same time, like, I don't mind because then it acts well and I like it then. That being said, I don't think I would recommend it for oily skin because I think that would probably be too much work. But for dry skin and for anyone who kind of wants to, you know, like a neat creamy, serumy SPF. It's really nice. I didn't even talk about the ingredients. It's alcohol-free and fragrance-free, and we have niacinamide in it, vitamin E, vitamin C, antioxidants, some peptides, and chemical filters for the sunscreen. So pretty basic, but there's a lot of nice skincare properties to it, so I would definitely recommend it as well if you're looking for a nice SPF and your skincare routine is pretty minimal. Whew. And that is it, my friends. That is all I had ready for you today for Balea. I gotta say I'm pretty pleasantly surprised with all of their new products, especially the toner. I already have a milky toner in the testing, and there's like a whole lot of other stuff that they have, including like face oils and more serums and a cleansing balm that I'm also testing out right now. Like there's so much stuff. They keep coming out with so much stuff, and it's just looking better and better in my opinion. The prices are still reasonably low, but they're focusing more on their formulas, a little bit more on the textures. We're looking at some new products, and I really like that. So yeah, I think that is it. So like this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!